Hello everyone, welcome to our daily December from the Scrapbook Shop. This is me doing a little bit of prep work from day 1 into day 2. I had always wanted to use this beautiful snowflake paper that I had picked up ages ago, but had never had a chance to use. So what perfect project for the daily December. Day 1, we had a pretty big snowstorm that hit, and that's what I'm going to be writing about. You can see me flipping through here, trying to figure out the holes and where they go. So I'm just kind of measuring it against my original page 1 from the prep work that I had done before. So I'm using my 1-hole punch, and it just wasn't quite working well, so I ended up flipping it over and tried not to drop it because I had it all lined up. But there we go. We got it figured out. So then I realized that when you put the snowflakes over top of the green, I really didn't like it. And here you can't. So I'm trying out all different types of paper. Turns out I found these blues that I really liked, being that we're, just starting winter and me trying to decide which blue it was that I liked best. And I was going to use this beautiful ephemera pack that I have at the store from Studio Light. It's Winter Joys is the name of the collection, the ephemera. It comes with 2, 3, 4 sheets of paper and a whole bunch of ephemera. So I'm just trying it out, seeing which page it is that I like the best, and I really like this dark blue navy. It almost reminds me of a TARDIS blue, but not quite. So quickly measuring it to fit. And of course I cut it wrong, so I had to make another cut. Now the December daily kits that we had delivered out to a whole bunch of people, the snowflake paper was not included with it, but some of those wooden snowflakes that are down there underneath my thing, they were definitely included with the kit. So I happen to have a fancy dancy computer printer that I have been printing off all of my photos. Now this is my bag of numbers, and the 1 is actually a glitter paper. Now this was what I ended up backing it in was the original sheet that I was looking at, and then I decided I didn't like it. I really liked the white border on that tealy paper. All of the numbers were included. Were included with our daily December kit. Did my journaling on the back, and I'm just trying to decide which of the ephemera that I really like. This is actually only the second time I've had a chance to go through this package of ephemera to see what was in it. And I found this Let It Snow, which I just loved. And I really liked the star, and I loved all these little houses that are in here. And I happened to find some snowflakes as well, which was super. Yeah, I really liked those. It was actually a snow day, December 1st, which, and funnily enough, I almost forgot to take a photo of the, so this was a photo from our bedroom actually just before bedtime. So one of the things that I really like about doing the prep versus the knot is that, like, the nice thing about using the binder, is that you can decide where you want your pages to go. Like, it really doesn't matter. So if you've just, like, I had originally thought that my first page was going to be that green page, and then we ended up with a snowstorm, and I was like, hey, let's move on. And, you know, I picked something else. And so I actually moved the other page to the green page to further down. So this is me actually prepping for page 2 because it's going to be behind my page 1. So clearly it's the one that has to come next. So I'm looking for all kinds of houses that are in this embellishment pack, and I was really hoping there were a couple more in there, and there was. And they just look absolutely adorable underneath my page 1. So after it's all prepped, oh, you saw that I had a circle punch out there. Well, turns out it didn't fit. My number 2 did not fit. And so originally I was just going to take it to work the next morning and I'll fix it there. And then I'm like, you know what? No, I can fussy. So there's the green page I was telling you about. So I'm just adding the last few embellishments here. And page 1 and page 2. So this is page 3, and I decided to put a pocket page in front of it, is what I'm fitting. So I'm actually fitting those in there now and measuring them to fit in it, because turns out some of my pages were just a little bit too big. There we go. So those are the two, that blue one and that white one that I'm playing with now. Those are actually from the Joy collection from Studio Light as well. So my daughter helped me make some cookies that day. So on day 3, this is what I'm filling in, is all these cookies, photos, and the it was so much fun. We had a lot of fun that day. We started making gingerbread, and we started making some sugar dough cookies. So that is me just rearranging everything. Probably 4 or 5 times, if not 10 times, I rearranged this until I was happy with it. Now, we also had the Elf on the Shelf arrive, so this is why it's this layout is a little bit longer. I ended up doing 3 pages for it. And you can see on the bottom corner there, that is my journaling box. And I use an app called the Project Life app. And you can journal in whatever different fonts that you want, and you can make it different sizes. So I didn't actually know how long my journaling was going to take, so I decided to use the Project Life app in this instance so that I could get it all fit into that section. And then I realized that, oh yeah, my journaling should probably come first before I, told what was for all the pictures. So I rearranged them all. Again, those are snowflakes that are from our daily December boxes, our kits. And that's a bit more journaling that I put in there, because I decided it was going to match better with the journaling that was above. And there it is. So this is just me flipping through to decide which page it is that I wanted to work on before I got started on day 3, because I wasn't 100% sure if I was going to use this page or not, or if I was ready for that. So these gingerbread cutouts were and are included with the December Daily Kits, and here I am trying to make them fit. So I ended up using one of my containers that was the perfect circle sized and made sure to cut out their heads properly. And then I decided to weed out all these little pieces that, because sometimes you do need them and sometimes you don't. So for day 3, we managed to make our gingerbreads that day, the gingerbread cookies. So this was a multiple step process, that's for sure. And there's a super funny story that goes with our gingerbread creations, because I had made all the parts and pieces to do these houses, and then turns out my daughter ate the roof off of one before we even had a chance to put it together. So here I am going through my own bling and looking to see what it is that I had in my collection that I could use that looked like gumdrops. And I'm just shrinking down the number 3 and inking the edges so that it blends in with the rest of the collection better. I'm using Holiday Stickles is what it is, Ruby Red Stickles I think it is, for the bow tie on him, and setting it aside so that it can dry. So this is the green page that I prepped way back in November, and these embellishments that I'm using are actually from the vintage holiday collection, I believe from last year, from Simple Stories. And then these are some Project Life cards that I have had for ages. And I was trying to decide how I could write the journaling to tell the story about the day and the funny incident that had happened. So I found this gingerbread paper in my stash when I was looking for something else, and I decided to use the Wink of Stella on some fun accents and to do the berries and the holly and all of the little pieces inside of his, what would have been icing. I love Wink of Stella. It adds just that little bit of glitter without having to be in your face and all over the place. It just goes on right where you need it. So all of these numbers, so the number 3 is included with your December daily kit. And then a lot of it is really just stuff from my stash, right? It's what else have we got? I hope you all enjoyed and have yourselves a great day.